Hi, thank you guys so much for tuning in for those live and then watching the replay on the world of YouTube. So I'm going to chat tonight about the ancient scripture oils or the oils of ancient scripture. I don't have the beautiful box, I just realized that, but we're going to keep going. My name is Jean Collins and I do toxic-free living and health and wellness. I do that with Young Living essential oils, as in December 2007 is when I started using them and just getting familiar. And literally my life changed, as I used to be sick all the time, pretty much like a sinus infection, flu, pneumonia, kind of repeat throughout the year. We ate organic. My mom did a lot of Chinese medicine. I went to acupuncture. That did stop after my divorce, or my parents' divorce, and moving back to Florida. But like, there's just a lot of things that, like, it was weird. We seemed to be really healthy, but I still got sick quite a bit until we found the oils. And my mom had been using essential oils. However, she hadn't used Young Living essential oils. And when she got some samples from her friend, she got those, and she realized that probably the difference, once they worked for my little brother who had night terrors and was just freaking out and huddled up in the corner, they worked within 30 minutes. He was back to sleep, and he was asleep for 8 hours. And it's because we own our farms. So literally we own farms. I planted on the Mona, Utah farm. I planted lavender, clarity sage, chamomile, and as well as helichrysum. I think that's it. Oh yeah, I said clarity sage. So this is some of our, just from the beginning. Gary Young and Myrrh Young have done a great job helping to make sure quality essential oils get throughout the world. You can also check out more at seeddistill.com, but basically it's sourcing standards and science behind our seed distill process, which is amazing. So the ancient scripture oils, in general, a lot of people usually know biblical oils. They know frankincense and they know myrrh, right? And really, essential oils have been used throughout history. I mean, we've seen it in ancient Egyptians, Romans, Native Americans. A lot of these things have been supporting people's bodies, and they were actually more like the first way to support the immune system and have better medicine and whatnot. So yeah, that's just how it's been with essential oils. So we're going to talk about this protocol specifically that really helps my brother with his experience. After his night terrors, eventually we kind of noticed, and he got a diagnosis of autism. And a lot of this ancient scripture oils and how I put it together and how it was taught has been done to help with any sort of brain support. So anything to support your brain. So we're going to get started with the beautiful first oil is Cassia.
Oh,
so, yeah, Cassia is amazing. And Cassia is great for your supporting the cardiovascular, so your blood, as well as your immune system. And biblically, Cassia, that's where it is. I was like, where's my scriptures? Have my scriptures. So in Psalms 45:8, all thy garments smell of myrrh and aloes and cassia out of the ivory palaces whereby they have made thee glad. So it's also really good for emotional wellness. So what we have done, and how a lot of these brain oils have been used, is to put them on the bottom of the feet. You depending on like the size, because essential oils, you can't overdose on them, but you can also waste them. So for my little brother, when he was probably like 2 months, or like close to 2 years old, a little younger than 2 years, we put them on us, and then we put them on his bottom of his feet and just did 1 drop. Now as an adult, I do 1 drop on the whichever foot you want to start, like left, and then you go to the right, and then like continue that way, or you can do your right and then go to the left. But you do 1 drop I'm gonna just put them on my hands since it's kind of hard for you guys to see my feet. But I also wanted to show you the importance of dropping the oils. The cool thing with putting them on the bottom of the feet is the bottom of the feet have reflexology points. Also to note, Cassia is really thick, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. And also finding the little dropper. But we have reflexology points on the bottom of the feet, and then also, and on our hands too. We also have, or they're really absorbed quite quicker. This Cassia is really thick. I'm like, I know there's some in there. So let's see. Cassia has also been really good for making sure that we're, it's good for our body and our spirit. Where it came out last time. It's one of the more resin-like oils. I was like, I should have grabbed my other bottle of Cassia because it comes out beautifully. And there's a specific reason why you don't want to get the orifice all gross with your germs, even though essential oils and plants. So the cool thing about plants and essential oils is they're not only oxygenating to our body and help support the oxygen. Oh, it's coming closer. But they also are really good for taking any sort of the toxins that are in our environment and processing those and making sure that making sure that we really absorb. There we go. Or so since they're oxygenating and supporting us, then they also are supporting the atmosphere or getting rid of the toxins that are in our atmosphere. This Cassia is just being a little, there it goes. Now I got 2 drops, which is perfect because I'm not gonna put it on both my hands. I'm just gonna rub my hands together. Also with essential oils, you can smell your essential oils, or like you see, I have a beautiful diffuser diffusing. So that's the other terms. Thank you guys for bearing with me on that process. All of y'all on YouTube as well. And those live. So Annika, well, so originally the second oil was galbium. Currently right now though, galbium cannot be processed because it's not being exported from the country at that point where galbium originates from. So let's all pray that hopefully we can get galbium soon. If you do have a galbium, unless you've been to the Middle East and where that country is at, I would highly probably imagine it's not a quality galbium and it's probably synthetically used. So I wouldn't use it. But again, that's also why I just use Young Living, because Young Living does the science, sourcing, and standards, right? Okay, so the next oil that we do have that's in this beautiful Ancient Scriptures collection, or Oils of Ancient Scriptures is the proper title, and how you can search for it on Young Living is Oils of Ancient Scriptures, is Annika. And so Annika, biblically, Exodus 30, 34 to 35, and the Lord said unto Moses, take unto thee sweet spices, stacca and Annika and galbium, these sweet spices with pure frankincense, and make an incense. So Annika is really good for actually the sinuses. It's amazing for the sinuses, but it's also like calming, and it's just, again, really supportive to our lungs as well. So again, I'm going to take a drop. You'll see that Annika is going to go quicker than Cassia. Patience. And the other idea for any of those of you, I mean, I think we should all believe in energy, but it's helping you go through your your aura, right? That's another reason why to drop it, besides not wanting to germ up the orifice. So I'm just gonna rub my hands and smell it as well. Annika, Annika with Cassia smells amazing. You will smell so good after all 12 of these oils, and your brain will love you. But Cassia does have more of a cinnamon smell, So that's more of what I smell. Annika's kind of a lighter smell. So the next oil would again be spikenard, but spikenard is currently not being able to be shipped out of the country that it's produced from. So we're going to move on to the one that we do have in the collection, which is cedarwood. Cedarwood is our next oil. Since I have them originally numbered, I'm just like, oh wait, yeah, cedarwood. So cedarwood is really good for supporting your hair, skin, and your nails. It's also really good for sleep, and just in general, really good for the brain because it does have quite a bit of sesquiterpenes. And now anyone who's really into science or into chemistry, sesquiterpenes are one of the active main ingredients in how these essential oils help support the brain because they pass the blood-brain barrier. So Leviticus 14:17, and the rest of the oil, cedarwood, hyssop, and olive that is in his hand shall the priest put upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. So also cedarwood is made out of King Solomon's palace and temple. But cedarwood is great, again, for the mind, clarifying the mind and everything. But with doing the research, this whole collection is really good for the mind. So I'm going to take a drop of cedarwood. And just so you guys know, reflexology points wise, your brain reflexology point is on your thumbs, okay? And then on your big toe is the reflexology point on your feet, is your big toes, just so you know. And the active smelling essential oils, that aromatherapy component, is also really good for your brain in general because it's connected to your memory, your heart rate. So it really just helps level out like your stress and whatnot. So that's cedarwood. And then we have aloes, also known as sandalwood. And sandalwood, there's actually more recently science has discovered that we have I'm gonna butcher the name, but it's kind of like cannabinoids, but they're sandalwood receptors. It's basically sandalwood receptors all over our body. So that's really cool. And sandalwood is really good for your skin, having youthful skin. Any ladies out there, like, yeah, keep that skin looking amazing. So John 19:39, and there came also Nicodemus, which at first came to Jesus by night and brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about an 100-pound weight. So sandalwood and myrrh and frankincense, and actually all of these essential oils were literally like gold. I believe that's why Young Living chose the gold label for our oils, because most other oils have color labels, right? But this ancient scripture oils is all gold. So the sandalwood is really oxygenating to the tissues, especially the brain. Sandalwood, similar to cedarwood, also helps your body create melatonin. And melatonin helps with sleep, but just the brain activity in general. Back in the day, they used to use sandalwood for preparing the bodies for burial. So I'm going to take a drop of sandalwood. And sandalwood is awesome and light. Also, Ayurvedic medicine has used sandalwood for centuries as well. And sandalwood could be great for meditation and prayer. This just keeps getting better and better. So another cool thing, or something else to be aware of, that I'm going to be aware of for sure, is not rubbing my eyes. If for whatever reason, anytime you have an essential oil and you accidentally get it in your eye, use a carrier oil. And a carrier oil is like almond, olive oil, jojoba, and flush it out first with that carrier oil and then do water, because remember, oil and water don't mix. So we just want to be aware of that and remember that. So after aloes, we have myrrh, and myrrh is again great for the skin, but also your gums and your teeth. So myrrh, for the biblical reference, Matthew 2:11, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and worshiped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented to him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So there's also a theory that I've heard that the gold was actually balsam fir essential oil and not physical gold, because when balsam fir is, and it's a lot of balsam fir, it looks like the color of gold. But we weren't there, we don't really know. But like I said, essential oils to the ancients were such more valuable than gold, or as valuable. So I'm going to take a drop of myrrh. Oh, 2 came out, that's okay. I'm an adult. So adults can have anywhere from 1 to 3 drops and still be like supporting their body. And then that's just all based on weight. So that's why I mentioned earlier when we were doing this for my little brother, and he was probably close to around 2 years, a little younger than 2 years, we would drop the oils on our foot and just do 1 drop at that time and put it on both of his feet. So that's how we did that. So that was myrrh. And the next one is cypress. And cypress is really good for circulation. Cypress, C, circulation, C. That's how I kind of remember. So Isaiah 41:19, I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittite tree, and the myrtle, and the oil cypress tree. So I guess, and cypress is also really good for your muscles and your immune system, because think about it, if when your circulation is doing really great, then your immune system is also doing amazing. So I love these oils, and this is why I usually put them more on the bottom of my feet. I can feel it. I can feel the oils. I'm gonna be like just chilling with my hands for a little bit. But no, we're gonna have a conversation for those tuning in live. So all of you watching the replay on YouTube, message me, email me. Let's jump in live. Let's have a conversation. Okay, so the next oil is hyssop. And hyssop is really good for supporting proper lung function as well as circulation. So for hyssop, we have Exodus 12:22. Take a bunch of hyssop, dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts. So that was actually for Jewish Passover. Excuse me. And hyssop is just such a beautiful thing. Also, like I said, for the lungs, for getting any sort of gunk out of the lungs. So if you're currently having any sort of lung issues, I encourage you to either use that diffuser and diffuse hyssop, or put it on. When you are going to put it on your chest, make sure to read the label, because hyssop for the chest area is definitely going to be a dilute 1 drop with 1 drop of these 6. Like I mentioned, the bottom of the feet and even our hands have a little bit of rougher skin, right? So diluting, we don't really have to be as aware of like other areas, or just follow your own body and pay attention to that, okay? I've also been using oils, like I mentioned, since December 2007. So I can apply them when I call neat, just out of the bottle. Unless I do all of the raindrop oils, which is a whole bunch of a whole bunch of hot oils like basil, thyme, and oregano. No, I need a carrier oil for that. So myrtle is actually a really great deodorant, and it's good for removing unwanted hair. And it's great for supporting the lungs and the thyroid as well. So myrtle's biblical quote is Isaiah 55:13. So instead of the thorn shall come up the fir tree, and instead of the burr shall come up the myrtle tree, and instead, and it shall be to the Lord for a name, for an everlasting sign that shall not be cut off. So it's really also good for purifying as well. And like I said, removing like unwanted hair and whatnot. Myrtle is awesome. So Rose of Sharon, which is also called cistus. Song of Solomon 2:1. I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valley. Rose of Sharon, also known as cistus, is really good for your skin as well as your nervous system. It's amazing for your nervous system and your skin, and just like having that calming feeling, right? And the idea and the specific protocol of all of these is to help your brain get rid of the bad, right? Remove the bad, kind of rewire and set in the good. So that is the idea behind this. And it's worked for my brother Javier. It's worked over hundreds of patients because this protocol has just been expanded and given out and shared. This will be recorded, so you can also share this video as well. And it was created by Diana DeCants and helped her grandson with his brain issues. So the last oil is frankincense. And frankincense is really good for improving your attitude. It's also really great for skin as well. And it's really good just for spiritual awareness. So frankincense, take a drop of frankincense, right? Oh, that was 2, but that's okay. Apparently I needed 2 drops of frankincense tonight. And you guys, like, it's just like amazing smell. This is gonna be like so awesome to get more work done and just like really be able to focus and have amazing ideas, right? So frankincense, Leviticus 2:1, and when any offer a meat offering to the Lord, his offering shall be of fine flour, and he shall pour oil upon it and put frankincense thereon. Frankincense, there is also a frankincense vitality that you can take internally as well. And I do that a lot with my Ningxia Red, and Ningxia Red is really good for our immune system, overall energy and vitality. It's a beautiful red drink that you take 2 ounces a day. You guys could add that to your order tonight, and then definitely get all of the free products for the month, which I'm going to go over as well. So, and I really highly encourage the Ningxia Red, because in my recent research, not only is it high in vitamin C, it also has zinc. And if you guys have been keeping up with everything, we need to be making sure that we have good vitamin C and zinc and vitamin D for our immune system, right? To really help our immune system thrive. And Young Living does also have a super vitamin D. So, like I said, frankincense is really good for prayer, improving the attitude, increasing spirituality, beautiful, youthful looking skin. Like, I literally had what I call a pizza face acne. I'm getting close to the camera, and like my skin is just flawless now. Acne is not really cool for your confidence, just saying. So I've also had to learn that as well too. So that's a beautiful thing. And I wanted to throw on or mention for this video our beautiful gifts for this month, especially since this collection is such a beautiful and priced collection, and it's an amazing savings as well. One of the oils, because we do now have, I think I think Cistus is, or not Cistus, Cassia is now on our line, and you can just buy Cassia. But Annika you cannot buy. It only comes in this ancient scriptures collection. So, or oils of ancient scripture. So you guys who are looking it up and trying to get yours now, oils of ancient scripture. And that is, I think $214, if I remember correctly. Should have wrote that down in my notes, but it's around 214. And then, like I said, when you add Ningxia Red, that should get you to 300. But I'm just going to go over some of these oils that you would get when purchasing all of that. Life 9 is an amazing probiotic. It's so good for your gut health. Longevity has frankincense in it, as well as thyme and orange, and clove. And longevity helps your cells. It helps you have longevity. It's just amazing. Endoflex Vitality is great for the endocrine system. And I will tell you, a lot of toxins that were grandfathered in 1976 are still on our shelves, and they disrupt our endocrine system. And our endocrine system is also a part of our immune system. So we should, one, definitely be looking at ingredients. That's another thing, like I mentioned, that I talk about. Remove those toxic ingredients. Young Living has great shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, mouthwash, the whole Thieves line, laundry soap, everything. It's just awesome. Digest Vitality, and Digest is really good for your digestive system. Lemon Vitality, when all of you have researched lemon and geranium and lemon, or lemon and geranium essential oil, you'll know why you want to get this for right now. Citrus Fresh Vitality, great for your gut health and energy, and just having that uplifted spirit and then cleansing your body. Orange Vitality, orange is so amazing for your immune system, as it has a great source of vitamin C. And then Copaiba Vitality. Copaiba is beautiful to help enhance other essential oils that it's mixed in with. And Copaiba, I would say, just to add a little different flavor or mix it up, I like to add like Citrus Fresh Vitality, and then I would add Copaiba because it is that enhancer. Or you can even do Endoflex and Copaiba, right, into your Ningxia Red. You can also just do like coconut milk or almond milk. The reason why you want to do something, especially with these two, or any blend of vitality oils in a vegetable or in a dairy alternative, is because the essential oils will absorb slower with that fattiness of the dairy alternative, right? So, and it's just it's a shot will be quick to take it down. But like Orange Vitality and Lemon Vitality and Citrus Fresh Vitality, I just add those to my water. They're light, they're easy, they taste great, and enhances water. You're gonna want to drink more water. Plus, when you add these beautiful items, because you're going to get them anyways, the vitality drops with electrolytes. Electrolytes are so important for our nervous system, okay? And these are dye-free, and they have great flavors. Grapefruit, bergamot is amazing, and lavender lemonade is great too. So again, you're going to want to drink your water, and then you'll stay hydrated. And when you're hydrated, it helps your body flush out toxins, and it just helps you have more energy in general. So that's just another thing to be aware of. So that is for 300 PV, which, if my calculations are right, it should be the Ningxia Red and the oils of ancient scripture, and Ningxia Red. If you need to add something else, let's have a conversation. For those of you live and for those of you watching the YouTube, let's have a conversation. I look forward to helping you and your family go chemical free. Speaking of chemical free, you could add the Thieves Household Cleaner, or you could add your beautiful art laundry soap. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to helping you and your family. Remember, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, I do a Zoom, except for on holidays. I do a Zoom on health and wellness and toxic-free living. I look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye.